Hey guys, it's Jackie from the Storyteller Shelf podcast here, and we have an amazing, really exciting announcement. We have a really great friend, Heidi Bee Roemer, who is a poet and children's book author, and she has a poetry competition that you can join. So please stay tuned, listen, check the links below, and see where you can join in.
The STEAM-powered poetry contest invites older students to create short, engaging educational videos for younger audiences, all inspired by poetry with STEAM themes. It's a creative way to blend the arts and sciences while building communication and digital storytelling. Best of all, it's free to enter and there are cash prizes. So it really is a win-win situation where students are exposed to poetry. They can use that as a prompt to use their digital skills. And then even if they don't win, their poem might still be accepted to be put on the blog to be used as a resource for teachers. That's the short version.
I've already shared this with my homeschooling community and they're excited about it. I hope a lot of them have already started sending you stuff. But with that being said, what inspired you to create this?
Number one, the books that were so wonderfully expressive in language and so forth that portrayed topics that kids have to learn in school anyway and just make it more fun. That was really a big important thing. Sylvia Vardell, remember I showed you her book. She was at the time a professor at the Texas Women's University. At the time, she asked her undergrads, or they were already, some of them, excuse me, some of them were already teaching in the classroom. She invited them, or maybe it was a requirement for midterm, but she had them take a poem that they chose and create a video about it. And I thought, wow, that is so cool. Sylvia, I love that. It sparked the idea to do a contest with that format. Well, the next year I went ahead and started the contest, and Sylvia let her students take poems that I had curated one by one. They were making the poems, sending them to me. They won the prizes. Thirsty Measures was one of them. And I wanted to do it again and again. I built up the website so it made it more easier for bigger audiences to come in and fill it out. Boom, boom, boom. So I would credit her for inspiring me with the idea, number one, to introduce the concept of students creating poem videos. I was hooked, and it came to spark that idea of a national contest to celebrate students creating through video and verse. Number two was Lee Bennett Hopkins, who is a wonderful poet of 100 and an anthologist, at least 100 anthologies, many of them STEAM. This is one of them. Museum would be art. Of course, there's science museum, different museums, but there's poems in here about museums. And I was privileged and honored to be asked to write some poems for his anthologies before he passed. So Lee Bennett Hopkins also believed in the idea of STEAM topics. And those two books, those two people in particular, and many, many books that were STEAM, they made me excited about trying it. So there you go.
We are so excited about this poetry contest, and we will be putting more information about it in the descriptions wherever you are listening in or watching. So please look out for the link to Heidi's website so that you can go check it out, get involved. And Heidi, I know you have a pretty incredible team working with you this year for the contest. Do you want to talk a little bit more about who's joining forces with you?
I'd be happy to. I'm so glad you asked. Yeah, this is not a one-woman show. I mean, I'm the one who maybe directs it a little bit, but I have great support. Number one, when I first started out, Kimberly Hutmaker was a homeschool mom who had written, I think, 20 or 30 books. Some of them were works for hire, but still, that's not all of them. And some of them were STEAM, and I thought, she doesn't even live, she's like you two live for farther distances. We don't live as far apart as you two do. But so Kimberly was with me when we began, and she's still with me. With every poetry video, we have classroom resources. We have 5 activities, 5 recommended books on the subject, and usually a special craft. So Kim writes up many of the book lists on the theme and the activities because she was a homeschool mom. Then along came Lou Ann Brown, a former art teacher who's very involved with SCBWI, is a poet and a writer herself, has a book out. She joined us, and she does a special craft called Doodaloos because her name's Lou Ann. So that's a special craft for ages 0 to 14, which is basically our range. And then last not but least is Sheila Kerwin, who has been like my guiding angel. She's a poet. She's a early childhood education teacher, retired now. She does our We Steamers segment, which is a whole nother story we won't get into, but she narrates that and sings and does STEAM for kids. And she also creates her own book list for that segment. And then she's a great supporter in helping me get the word out. They all are trying to help me share the good news. I'm just so blessed. And then we have the judges. The judges help me out when it comes to deciding the videos. And that is, if I may name them, is Barb Scanlon and Linda Dryhart. And again, Sheila is on that committee to judge the video. So in a nutshell, there you have it. Poems are on the website. Once a person registers, all they have to do is click and they can access those poems. They read them, they pick one, they make a video, they send it to me and maybe win $100. One thing, the contest actually closes on April 30th, but they can still register over the summer, do it in the summer and submit it in fall when we're open again. Got all summer to do it. Keep them busy. Keep them out of trouble.